Liam, I've actually known him for a few years, but when I first knew him, he's quite modest about his work. I never saw any of it, but I had another artist who was his friend, Robert Hawkins, who had a solo exhibition here. He's had 2 so far, actually. He kept telling me how brilliant Liam was a painter, and I always get people telling me things like this, but I took his word for it because, well, I really like his work too, and he wouldn't be saying that about anyone. So then I did my own little research on the internet. I could only find one painting, but it was fantastic, and then I was curious, so I just said to Liam, "Oh, well, can I come and visit your studio?" And he's like, "Sure, yeah, anytime." And I went over and I was blown away. I was like, "Oh my God, like you've been hiding this all this time." It's just like you couldn't even see 1 inch of the floor or the cupboard or anything in there. It was just like entering this palace or something of his world. And it took me like 15 minutes to offer him a solo show.
I decided to come to London in 2006. Like I won an art prize, and that gave me money to move. Ireland is a smaller country, and it's going through an economic recession, and it's feeling it more as well. It was a poorer country, so the history of visual art doesn't go back as far in a way. Like until the 60s, there was only 2 art galleries in all of Ireland. It's better to be in London, I think. The exhibition that I've got right now is about records and collecting records. Really, I used to collect, like for years I collected records, and until it started to get way too expensive, and then I thought, oh, this is mad, you know, and it was mad. But so I got all these records and I painted on them, and just they're funny and they don't mean anything, you know. They're funny and they're just play, that's all. And you know, some of them are records people will recognize, and they're subverted, or you know, and some they don't recognize, but they recognize the style. And it's about playing with style and cliches and just play, really.
I think he's just naturally brilliant anyway. I think those are the artists that, in the end, I respect most. He's like my top seller.
I don't really expect particular reactions from anybody. I know there are groups of people who like this kind of work, so I know they exist, and they're, you know, that's what I'm interested in.
It's almost like a religious experience or something. I mean, the way that maybe in the Middle Ages the monks sat there and worked on their manuscripts and put so much detail in it. I asked him how he works on his large-scale paintings in his studio, and he says that he works on them all the time.
I just have hopes that I'll keep going on and everything will get better. You need support and things like that to come through to do that effectively. I just hope things keep going and keep moving. What makes me fulfilled, really, if I have to be honest, is you know, I do a painting and that's it. I don't really care when it's done, you know. It's just, oh, that's done. But when you see somebody who understands it, or there's some kind of reaction in themselves to the work, and it does something to them, that's what really fulfills me. In a way, you have to do art for yourself. You have to do whatever you want, and well, that's the idea anyway. But you have to do whatever you want, and then you make money eventually, or hopefully. But you can't cater for anybody else, really.